Mic check 1, 2. I see y'all joining. Intense Krump, I see you in the building. Seasons, Stelly Boom, y'all coming in. Let me get righteous. I do not own the rights to this music, but nevertheless, we're going to make it do what it do. We got a good show for you tonight. Oh, yeah, I do not own the rights to this music. You tuned in to Pop's Gems, Pop's Perspective. What's goody? Yes, sir. We gonna go live and hot. We gonna get it crunk tonight. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pop's on point. You gotta remember, my son is one of the renowned Krumpers. AK in the building. Talk to him, Caesars. Yeah. Hit him with a. Hit him with a. Oh yeah, it's live in full effect today. We're going to give some people a chance to get in the building. Reborn Outsiders, he's in the house. Oh, we in Pop's Gems tonight, baby. Let's go.
Walmart Plus.
Yes,
it's Walmart Plus free delivery.
All right, let's go on and do what we make it do. I do not own the rights to this music, but
do not attempt to adjust your radio.
There is nothing wrong.
We have taken control as to bring you this special show. We will return it to you as soon as you are grooving.
It's been a long time.
I shouldn't have left you
without a strong rhyme to step to.
Think of how many weak shows you slept through. Time's up. I'm sorry I kept you.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Pops. I just wanted to pop in real quick. Hey, play our words. Pops and Pop's Gems. You know, coming up, we got Pop's Perspective.
Let us tell you what it is, tell you what it ain't. Giving you the real, we'll never do the fake. Life is a gift, but sometimes we need guidance. Pop's Perspective, always perfect timing. Call that alignment. Yeah, he gon' drop them gems.
Jay Reynolds from Pop's Gems. Carmen Sunshine 7, I see you in the building. Oh, I feel like hosting tonight, y'all. Y'all see the gems?
Don't meet me there, beat me there. Pop's Perspective, Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
Yes, sir. Away and away and away we go. This your boy Pops. This is Pop's Perspective, Pop's Gems. We here on a Monday night. We got a good show for y'all tonight. As always, before we get into it, we want to give honor to God. Without him, none of this would be possible. See my sister in the building. All right. Special shout out to the man above. Like I said, without him, none of this would be possible. So we definitely got to acknowledge God. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't push my own bloodline. My son, All Seasons, is in the building. You see the pins. Create the Panic. Peace to the world. You see them. Change the perspective. And, of course, Pop's Gems. Yep, you got to go online. I see you, Sharice. I see you. I got you. You see the pin? That's what it's going to look like tomorrow. It glow in the dark, too, so I got you. We definitely going to plug him. If you want to get some customized one of one, you got to go to son. Put the website in the chat. You got to go to the website. You can order your Pop's Gems pin there, but more importantly, I have he has, there it is, allseasons.shop. He got some customized apparel, you know, young entrepreneur, and you know, I don't just plug him because he's my son. I plug him because he's a father, a barber, a friend, a confidant. You know, he's a man of integrity. I've seen him grow up and made a lot of choices that he could have made differently. But nevertheless, love him to death, and he support him. Go to All Season Shop, support him. Special shout out to the B&B crew. Right now they're off season, but my man True and my girl Bella, they definitely tune into them. They on Tuesday nights. And then if you're a young entrepreneur, you'd be remiss if you didn't tune in to Cozy Lifestyles. And part of Cozy Lifestyles is Jay Reynolds, who made that track. I got another song. Boy, Pop's got some stuff coming out for y'all. You just don't know. I got another theme song coming out. I'm gonna do the vocals. Yeah, Pop got a little flow too. He can spit a little bit. Hatui. But definitely gonna make that happen. So stay tuned for that. Jay Iris, my youngest one, he play his music all the time on the show. And he's coming out with some new stuff. So stay tuned for that. You can find him on all platforms. And then, of course, Exotic Pops. Again, Notorious True and my man, Lefty Global. If you want to get some good soda, some good exotic soda, make sure that you tap in. And they're at 4119 South Orange Blossom Trail, 44 Country Road, 19A in Mount Dora. Tashanti, she's there. And then 5311 East Colonial Drive, Pop and Shakes. Tell them Pop sent you. Get you a pop. Hey, play our words. Pops for the pops. Now, what we do, and I'm rushing because, I had a great day at work. And, man, when you just have a passion for what you do, I got you. I'm bringing you in, Reborn. Let me introduce you, and then I'm going to bring you in. When you got a passion for what you do, it's not work. But, even that, sometimes, boy, look at here. I had to go to the store and buy some nerves because they got on my last one. Nevertheless, here we are, and here it is. Special show for you tonight. I want to, I got my guest co-host is coming in, and then I got my special guest. But what I want to do, and then I'm going to bring in my guest, we're going to get right into the show, is I want to do what I call, Am I My Brother's Keeper? And so what that is for 10 seconds, you think of the person that's crossed your mind the most, and we're going to send them some positive energy. Now, you can believe in whatever higher power you want to believe in. I believe in God. But whatever person has crossed your mind, I want you to put them on your mind. And for 10 seconds, we're just going to send them some positive energy. Is that all right? All right. So today, my person, I'm going to tell you who my person is. I got 3 of them. They're my grandbabies. I got JoJo. I call him JoJo Javon. He ain't no baby no more. He grown. You'll see him in the NBA soon. Yep, the baseball, major baseball. Then you also have my next grandbaby, my granddaughter. She's I call her Chi, but she don't go by that no more, Jaylani. And then the smartest and the whip is the smartest one. Not so much the smartest one like that, but I'm just saying, my heart, she's just a little bit for Soraya. We call her Chunk. Don't call me Chunk no more. My name is Soraya. She'll cut you like that. But that's what I'm sending my positive energy to. It's Grandparents' Day. I'm a proud grandpa. Yeah, I got the gray to prove it. This ain't no dye. You know what I'm saying? This is wisdom. I got this out the mud, like they say. So for 10 seconds, if you will, just want to send out JC Sanctified. I'm glad you joined, bro. I'm good to see you in the building. For 10 seconds, let's send out that positive energy. Y'all ready with me? All right, let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now that we got that out the way, let me get some people in here so that popping. The person that I want to introduce to you is who's coming in first? Okay, this is my co-host for the night. All right, this is my co-host. Y'all say hello to my co-host. and her sons also Krump. So they're happy to be on the show and watch. And let me tell y'all something. This crumpet business ain't no joke. It's a big thing. It's a big thing, And what I'm really realizing, and what I've come to realize, is that there's people that is, what. Let me say it this way. When I first got introduced to Krump through my son, I always thought it was a hostile type thing. Now don't get Pops wrong. Pops come from the old school. I'm when they used to break dance and all. That's old school kind of Krump, and they would break dancing and pop locking and stuff, and back in the 80s when they used to break out the cardboard, up in New York, them PRs, boy, they spin like a top on their head. You know what I'm saying? And old school crumping. And so then with my son, I was like, "You look like you're having a seizure. You all right?" He's like, "No, Dad, this crumping." I said, "What? Thumping?" No, he said crumping. I said, "Well, do they have medicine for that? Are you okay?" And I used to joke with him all the time. He said, "No, it's a new dance form." He said, "Watch this. Check this out." And so I watched the movie Stomp the Yard. And of course, when they showed, Chris Brown and everything, but I really, really didn't realize how significant Krump was until I watched the movie Rise.
Yeah.
And when I
Yes, I
seen
saw
the
that.
movie Rise,
Yes.
and I seen all of that,
Yes.
man, you talking about, it just opened up my world to the understanding of what Krump is. Lady Jasmine in the building. And so now when I see that, I was excited. I was like, yeah, rooting for my son and stuff, and he flying all over the country and stuff. And I was like, are you gonna be all right? Because y'all look like you intense. Do I gotta pull up, pop the trunk? He said, no, Dad, this is Dad's style. I'm gonna crush him, I'm gonna kill him. I was like, well, don't catch no case, don't get no bodies. I ain't got no bond money. I could put some money on your commissary, but anyway. Then it took it to another level when I got introduced to my guest for the night. And Tommy the Clown, Tommy the Clown and his crew, they be crumping. But my guest for the night, Reborn, and it didn't dawn on me until I listened to his music that he's a born again. Well, I'm gonna let him tell his story, but his name is Reborn. And he's gonna be our guest for tonight. And so what I want him to do, as always, I want him to first and foremost introduce himself in his own way. It's better for you to introduce yourself, and because I don't want to test a lie on you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to testify. I don't want to test a lie. But basically, he's going to introduce himself. We're going to ask him some questions, and if you have any questions, put it in the chat. And I'm sure Miss Tammy got some questions. I call her Miss Tammy. She might have some questions and what have you. So, with no further ado, I introduce to y'all my guest for tonight. And let me pull it up so I can give you his nom de voir. Where we at here? My bad. Okay, here we go.
This very most worst time, but I'm trying to get it together as we speak.
All right, so I give you my special guest.
Yeah.
Reborn _outsiders. Talk to the people. Y'all put some hearts and some hundreds in the chat. Mr. Reborn himself is in the building, chilling with Pops Gems. Talk to the people.
Okay. All right. Perfect timing. It made sense. So, all right. But first of all, let me go ahead and sit down because this is what I was waiting for all day. I don't think I didn't get any sleep within the last 24 hours. So this is perfect. So all right. So let me make sure I got this right.
Set the audio check. Mic check 1, 2. Get everything straight. And let me say this as you're getting started. Thank you for giving us your time. And like I tell them all the time, there's two things you can't get back, and that's time and words. And because
Right.
once you put them out there, they out there in time. You could have chose anybody to be on the show with. So definitely want to welcome you to Pops Gems. And if you look on his hat, let me plug Pops. If you look on his hat, yes sir. So we definitely want to thank you. Welcome to the show. It's your
Yeah.
floor.
All right. So my name is Michael Freeman. I go by Reborn. My AKA is the Southside Pit Bull. Of course, I am a proprietor as well as a ambassador of Planet Brand, as well as I promote as well. I love this. I honestly love this. I've actually killed somebody off with this on. So like when I tell you, I've actually did it. I got footage of it. So I'll send that to you very soon.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So like I really love it. And when I say I love it, it's not just like, oh, it's cool. Oh, I want it, but like I actually got to be a part of it. So like it's a very good experience on top of it. So once again, my name is Michael Freeman. I go by Reborn. My AKAs is of course the Southside Pitbull, Lil Mercy, Deuce, or Too Lethal. Same thing. However you want to go about it. I've been dancing for 13 years. I've been crumping for 13 years. I've been dancing all my life, but I've been crumping for 13 years. In November, it'll actually be 14.
Wow. That
I
speaks
love,
volumes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I take dance very serious. So the atmosphere, the music, everything that comes with it, I love it. I love it. Not only do I love it as a dancer, as a competitor, but I love it as someone that watches it. I love to watch talk. I love to watch dance. I love to see people just be free. I'm not only a dancer and a competitor, but I'm a free artist. So I love to watch people be in that element. When you're in that element, you're free. And I can tell when you're free. I can tell when you're holding back. I can tell when you're not letting go and just telling everything. Because at the same time, dance is an art style. And you can really tell when somebody is just, they're going through something. I can speak for myself. As a dancer, forget a crumper at this point, because we're going to talk about crump in a minute. But as a dancer, sometimes we have to take the time out and understand that that's an art form. That's honestly an art form. And we have to really take what we do seriously. It is serious. Because sometimes within our lifespan, that's the difference between life and death. I can honestly say that Dan saved my life. Krump saved my life. I have a story that 9 times out of 10, if you ask me the right question, I'll give you the story behind it. But Krump saved my life, and I'm okay with saying that because it's very detrimental to the story time of my life. So like the reason why I am how I am is because I was introduced to Krump and I can never take it back. So again, my name is Michael Freeman. My name is Reborn. Lil Merce. Too Lethal, Deuce Lethal, the Southside Pitbull of the South.
All right.
Nice to meet
All right. Give it up for my guest. Let me first and foremost say this. For those of you that they always got the naysayers. But let me tell you something. A lot of people say what they want to say, but there's a recorded story in the Bible, a true story, that talks about a king, and his name was David. And King David praised God so hard that he came out his clothes. So now, now that I see Crumpin, I'm willing, with all due respect, King David might have been crumping and shed them clothes because he had such a love for God and that he was praising so hard that he felt and he came forth and danced out his clothes. So that being said, and before I get to somebody in the chat, I think it was the intense the crumper asked the question, please define kill off for the non-crumpers. You said you killed somebody off with the hat on. Please define that. We don't want nobody to think we're a bunch of murderers and stuff. This ain't Murder Inc. Oops.
I feel like the identification of what a kill-off is something that you can't come back from. I danced so hard with the understanding of my dance understanding, my knowledge, as well as the actual arbitration of my dance movement, that once I get done with my combo or my kill off, there's a lot of people that do this. That's over.
It's done. It's done. Body bag.
It's over with.
They call the ambulance.
That's what we consider a kill off. Like that's it. All right, yeah. Like,
okay.
That was a good question because I needed to know that.
yeah. We parents. All right, y'all. Say hello to none other all seasons. Give them your crump. Give me a crump nom de voir, Seasons.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy, Big Street Analyst, Lil Zero, Big Seasons, AK Analyst in the building. Easy. It's all love this way. What's good, everybody? I just got off. I'm walking to the pet store right now. I gotta get some. I got this light bulb for my lizard.
All right. To those of you who are joining in, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget, hit the like button, share, follow the podcast. We do all kind of stuff tonight. We are focusing on Reborn, special crumper, and of course, we want to open it up. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. But following right along in that line, and this question can go to either one of y'all can answer this. Once you was introduced to Krump, would you say that it was an outlet to get you centered and focused and release stress? Because every artist has a muse, and there's something that puts them in that mode. Like like I said, Pop spits. I do my own graphics and stuff, and I find releasing that I could do it for hours on end. And so, what was it? What is it that outside? You said Krump saved your life, but what is it that when you're crumping, what state of mind does it put you in?
That's a good question, Pops.
I'm gonna go back with this one. I'm gonna go back because now you're asking me about my actual life before I actually was introduced to Krump. So it's different. So now we gotta find from the time that I actually got into Krump. So before that, I graduated high school and I became a United States Marine.
Okay. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So within that,
y'all mute your mics if you're not talking, please. Thank you.
So within that time, I actually went through a very great depression, and I can speak of it now, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I can't go through saying it without like getting teary eyed or nothing like that. But I get off on you. I'm gonna get off on you if you play with me once the tracks turn on. So I can say this being honest, but like when it came to everything, like I'll never forget it, and I will always give this person his flowers. His name is Deville Frazier. His name is in Krump. His name is Effect. I was actually in Africa when I was going through one of my stints for the military in the Marine Corps, and he called me. I definitely did not think that I was even going to receive a call in Africa. I don't even know how that was possible, but it happened. And he asked me about whenever I came back, if I would come to the session. And I'll be completely honest, for the 9 people that's on here, I was ready to take my life. I'll be completely honest. I was ready to take my life. My MOS or my job qualification was a 0331 machine gunner. So I have a machine gun, a 50 cal, as well as a 9mm on my sidearm. To be honest, and I was ready to take my life at that time. I didn't tell anybody. I was at that point, and so getting back to where my family don't. Oh man, we getting into some deep stuff already. Okay, so my family is Pentecostal, apostolic, and they don't believe in the dance part of it.
Right. Yeah, they got. Yeah, I'm familiar.
So going into it, like I was told that it was devil worship, not knowing it. So all my dance career, even now, like I've had to give them scripture behind it. And the funny part about what you said, Pop, was the scripture that I was giving them, and they was like, "No, that's not it." David rented off his clothes. Yeah. That's what you didn't say. He tore his clothes off to the might that he danced with all of his might. We don't know what he did, but he danced with. He danced. We need to make sure that that's in a parameter. He danced with all of his might. When I dance with everything that I got in me. My chest pops, I hit with everything I got in me. My arms swing. My jab is everything I got in me. So maybe you could never just put it into a criteria at that time.
Mute your mic, Tammy.
But now, me putting it into all of my might, I dance the way that I dance because I give it everything that I got. When I feel it,
it's all right.
That's just the devil trying to.
That's all it is. Let me say this. I commend you, and I feel it, and I've seen it. Reborn, if you can hear me, man, you phasing out. Just get out and come back in. I'll bring them back in, y'all. Yeah. But what he was saying is true. If you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do something, don't half step with it. You know what I'm saying? Either go hard or go home, like the song say. Either you're gonna go hard or you're gonna go home. And raising my kids, I always tell them that if you're gonna do something, give it your best or just don't do it at all. because it's a waste of time and energy. And I could personally say, there was times, man, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and all I hear is da-da-dum, da-da-dum. I'm like, what is you doing? He said, Dad, I got a battle. He said, I got a battle. I'm in the lab. I'm mixing up. I got stuff I got to do because I got to go over here, and it got to the point where I started really supporting and watching it and watched him grow. And okay, there he is. And watched him grow and watched the effect that it had on him because, like Miss Tammy, she got 2 sons in the building. Shout out to them. And all right, there he's back. Shout out to her 2 sons. When you see your children doing something that is not that's like I said, I've never been to the jailhouse. I ain't never had to worry about nobody, my son out there doing things, stealing, robbing, whatever, because he put his energy to positive things. And don't let, I put it this way, I'll give you this analogy. We're afraid of the dark until you turn on the light, because we don't know what's in darkness. And so there's times that you don't understand something, but don't judge it at that level. Get to understand it, do some in-depth, and give it a fair opportunity to decide whether you like it or not. Just because you see a bunch of guys, I'm talking about cars with headlights on and loud music playing, and it looks like they're getting ready to fight and everybody's in a circle, that's really a positive thing, because they could be getting ready to rob a bank or go, do some other stuff. But they're coming together, they're passionate, so they didn't care if they didn't have, we ain't got a building, no problem, turn your headlights on, turn your music up. We're going to do it right here. We're going to have a battle right here. And it reminds me, like I said, back in the days in New York, instead of gangbanging, they began pop locking. They began doing all of that. And people frowned on that, but they didn't see the positivity, the camaraderie. We did a show called His Blood Thicker Than Water, and it was about a rap group with my son. But, the family that you join or the family that you incorporate in doing crumping, because you're passionate about it, you're like-minded, and you want to see, you want to be the best of the best, but you want to see your brothers win too. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that, okay, you got me this round, I got to go back to the lab and figure it out. It wasn't no, oh, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do that. The terminology may have been kill them off or body bag, but it was talking about the actions. And so when you see somebody putting their energy to that, and then you see, I mean, even with Tommy the Clown and all of them little kids were doing it, and they was teaching them how to be structured, how to be disciplined. You talked about being in the military. The military does the same thing in conditioning you when you go to basic training. So when you see Crumpin and you see these guys putting their time in and really, and really perfecting their craft, they could be doing anything else. So don't down in it, don't dump on it because it's not your avenue. There's things I don't like, but that don't mean I'm gonna stop it. I mean, everybody do their own thing. So I'm glad that it was there for my son, and I'm gonna say that it kept him out of a lot of other stuff that could have been done. But Reborn, you got cut off. For those of you that are joining, thank you so much. If you got any questions, put them in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer them. Miss Tammy, you got any questions you want to ask Reborn? I'm gonna put you on blast right now. She's co-hosting training. I'm gonna tell it. So she come on with the. I thought she had on one of the Tommy the Clown head wraps or something. I said, oh, she gonna come on crumbing. What's good?
Well, I don't know a lot about Krump, but like I did mention, I do have sons that do it. I don't understand it, but I do encourage them because it's something that they enjoy doing it. So if it's a passion, I'm all for it.
So okay, so let me ask you this, and you kind of hit on it, but when you were first introduced to what they was doing, did you see a trend, a positivity trend? Did you see a change in them versus what? Because there's a whole bunch of temptations out there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can get into. But what effect did it have when you seen them really, as we say, putting in work, you know, and really, hey, this ain't no fad. I'm going for this, mama. I'm going to be the best crumper in the world type scenario.
Well, with my sons, they've always enjoyed dancing since they was young. They've
Get it from their mama.
always
Miss Tammy,
enjoyed dancing.
not to cut you off, Miss Tammy. How old are your sons?
Now, Krump,
Miss Tammy, Matt, all seasons ask you something.
How old are your sons?
How old are your sons?
He is he is 24. He should be here
Yeah, he's
on
in the
here.
chat. He's in the chat.
I don't
Son, where you
know
at?
if he's still.
What's your crump name, bro?
What's his crump name?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Intense.
Hey,
what is it? Intense.
Oh, you already, so I'll give a little tidbit to let y'all in the way the crump world works, because it's you got hip hop, you got break dancing, then you got crump. And crump is a lifestyle. Not to knock any other style, but crump is a lifestyle. And I was having this conversation with someone else. So when you're a crumper, we don't address each other by first name. We address each other by crump name or your AKA.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So I probably know your son and don't even know him by his first name, but by his crump name.
Right.
Intense the Crumper. That's his name. Intense the Crumper.
Yeah, I know your son Intense. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, hold on.
Did you
This is a small world. Wait a minute.
Wait
a minute.
You're
small. And you're my dad. Yo, that's crazy. All right.
You heard it here first live on Pop's Gems.
So your son's going for top five Florida crump at MIA.
Uh-oh.
So this is gonna be even better when we battle.
Oh,
because of the lineage that's going on right here. That's funny because I didn't know that was your son, and he didn't know that Pops was my pops. I was like, in the beginning, I was like, yo, I appreciate you tapping in my Pops show. He's like, oh, I ain't even. And now, look, see, damn, that's crazy.
And her other son is Ransom 21.
Hey,
yo.
We gotta run the rounds. Now that I just see we got to run the rounds.
I'll be around soon, though, brother.
Well, let me say this, and I was talking to Seasons about it. I want to put together Krump Fest 2025 and host it in Orlando.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Okay,
that is really good.
So actually
now,
get into that.
I have to co-host with you doing that one.
I got some information for you. So
it's cooking. It's cooking.
Nah,
we can get into
Pops. We got to. I'm looking with you because I already got. We'll talk after that.
Yeah. We it's coming. Y'all stay tuned. Don't change the channel. Don't go to the bathroom. You might miss. But that's crazy. That is crazy. Those of you that are following, I appreciate you.
So that's the crazy part. Like knowing this other, yo, that's crazy right now. Like,
hey, Boogie.
Yeah, that's trippy, but that's dope. That's super dope. But that's what I'm saying. That's perfect example right there. Look, you wouldn't even know.
Didn't even know.
Wouldn't even know.
Wow. So that's awesome. And you know, it's such a small world now. Where Kingdom Reborn? Where are you located?
Texas.
You're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So we know that, and listen, for those of you that are following, and of course you know, so I'm not trying to be redundant, but man, crumping is worldwide. We got a guy that he's in Argentina, and what's his name again, Matt?
My boy Riddick.
Riddick.
Yep.
Shout out to Riddick.
My boy Riddick. AK La Familia.
Yeah, so he follows all the way from Argentina, and so I was talking to Mijo. Welcome back, Tammy. Matt, what is Mijo King of Krump?
Yeah, yeah.
King Krump.
And
yeah, there you go.
And Ruckus, I was talking to him. I told him, man, listen.
The bars OG.
Yeah, I said let's put it together. Oh, thank you, Matt. So, and I call him I could call him that, but so Reborn, who is your OG? Where did you? Who is your OG?
I am I'm originally from Arkansas
Okay.
when it comes to Krump. So my OG is Mercy,
Yep.
which is actually my big homie.
Yep.
That's my big homie.
Yo, Mercy's so
like
cool, bro. That nigga's so buck.
I'm saying like so I'm gonna tell you the story. So I'm 13 years in, close to 14 years in November. When I met him, they packed me out, and I'm a newbie. I don't know nothing. I'm not even a rookie. I don't know nothing. They packed me out, and
If y'all not definition of pack out real quick. Pack out is basically when you get danced against everybody and you really don't get a chance to get one round in. They're just throwing rounds at you. Everybody in the family.
In other words, you got Krump jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when they used to join the gang and everybody would initiate
exactly.
They would,
you got jump.
Let me explain it for Tammy. Tammy and I, we older school. Let me give you the analogy, Tammy. When you used to join the gang, in order to get in the gang to initiate you, they would all beat you up.
Right.
So that's synonymous to when you come in the Krump, they just they're coming one after another. Wham, 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 wham. You don't get a chance.
It's not necessarily coming into Krump. It's either for a put-on, like if you're trying to be under a family or get a rank, or if you're trying to leave it. So it's kind of in the sense of the gang-related thing because you got to get initiated either way. But it's more of a put-on versus like, all right, welcome to Krump. Now everybody's going to pack you. That's wrong for them to just do that your first day in Krump. But if you're trying to get under a family, they're going to test your butt. They need to see where you at if you can hold your own.
That was literally my first day. Nothing else. My first day. And I had already, before I even got to dance, I told Mercy I wanted to be under him because I watched him and I was like, yo, like, that was my inspiration. Like, I want to be under you. He was like, all right, cool. And he took all 57 of his little homies and this nigga bro, I don't think y'all want to talk this. So fast forward. I want to fast forward 7 years. It took me 7 years because my mindset was still I want to be under him because that's the person that I first saw, and that's the person that I always see myself under. So when I got back the opportunity to do it, oh yeah, I got 7 years in this. Oh yeah, come on. Yeah, let's do it. I wrote every part of it.
Somebody got to mute their phone. I'm getting a lot of static.
Yeah, it's a lot of static.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, I rolled my sleeves up. I was like, yeah, we can do this all night now. I've been preparing for this for 7 years. Oh yeah, cool. I finally got the name, and my name, and this kind of goes into my event. So my event is actually called Richie vs. Vet. It was kind of inspired by battle rap, but the original proprietor of it is actually somebody that I was under before I got under Mercy. His name is Freakazoid. And he actually was the person that thought about the event.
Okay.
He never executed the event, so he gave it to me. And ever since then, I've been the proprietor of the event called Rookie vs. Vet. And that has always been my event. We actually have an event called Rookie vs. Vet coming up in February. Rookie vs. Vet.
Is that the one that you was advertising on your page? That it was you and okay. Yeah, for those of you that don't, man, follow Reborn Outsiders, man. He got some stuff. If you in the area, definitely support the fam. So let me say this and let me enlighten my co-host, and I'm sure she knows, but if she don't, she will. This is not limited to just men. They got some female crumpers in there that can throw down. They got some female crumpers in there that they can get, as y'all say, get buck with it. And so if there's any female crumpers in the audience, in the chat, throw up 100 or something. Say your name, put your name in the comment, because we'd love to hear from a female crumper.
Yes, I've seen in a lot of the videos on posts on some of the social media. I've seen a lot of female crumpers. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I will always forever give my flowers to 3 females that I've always watched, and they're always my favorites.
yep.
I will always give my favorites to Encore. She is Lady I, Mama Murph. I'll always give my flowers to Lady C Ford. She is also from the South. And I will always give my flowers to Germany. She's from the East. And these are my favorite crumpers. I don't care whoever you put them against. I promise you, I'm betting my money on them 3, no matter what. No matter what. No matter what.
Lyrical Shannon want to come in. Lyrical Shannon, okay.
Super D everything,
Welcome
baby.
to Pop Jam, Lyrical Shannon. Appreciate you. By the decibel in the
Yes,
building,
I like you.
All right, big crew showed up in full effect.
Yes.
I see you. All right,
yes, I would love to be a part of this conversation.
Let us see your face, bro. I mean, you requested to come on the show. Let me get some
light.
Man,
look, I'm gonna give you the best. I'm a dark skin. I'm an ugly baby. You hear me? Yeah, I'm an ugly street baby. You hear me? So you ain't gonna get too much of the prettiness. You understand me?
He said, I go with crumping real good. I can make the ugly face.
Hey, I'm all the way in. You hear me? I'm all the way in. How y'all doing though?
Welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the
show. Man, ain't no wrong with being a part now, cause now I hear you talking, Fred. You know what I'm saying? He say female crumpers, and I was really looking forward to V coming in. You know what I'm saying?
So V4 for the people that don't know, Lady 4 is what we call V.
Yes, like, bro, one of the hardest in the South.
Top 3.
I ain't gonna cap. She went to the session like 2 weeks ago and whooped like 5 niggas. So
what?
Oh my God! I said that, then I'm like, oh my God.
Juan, I see you. Let me ask you this, because there's Lonnie _ Bunny. Are you a female crumper? Give me a 100 in the chat. Is that a female crumper? Lonnie, let me put my glasses on. I can make sure I'm.
Nah, she is the glasses on.
No. Yeah, I have to put on my. She's a female. Okay, so we're gonna get on the show in a minute. I think we're gonna go a little overtime tonight. Y'all don't mind. You ain't got nothing to do. We're gonna talk to some people.
But
okay, I see you. I see you.
I'm gonna tell y'all something real, man, and this the real factor of it, bro. Like, this the good part I like about Krump. Krump do advertise a different style of dance. It make you reach into a level that it be like, yo, like, this is live. You feel me? Now, it's the social part about it.
Okay. Talk about
that give it. I can't, because it's like you have so many, like, at one point in the generation you have these certain type of people from this era coming from this, like, you know how back in the 90s and 80s everybody was gang banging, getting with the cliques, and you know what I'm saying, like with the mafias, the Black Panthers and all that, like, and the generations have changed. Now that in my generation, no offense, you have gang bangers, like niggas that's coming from the streets trying to find another outlet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This generation, you have people coming from all different type of areas. You hear me? Now, most of us can relate to each other, and most of us can't. That's you hear me? That's the right there, the communication, the vibe, oh yeah, you tight and I'm tight. We can dance together, but outside when the music done, hold up.
Right.
You not even that nigga I even consider to be in my circle. Hold up.
Okay.
And that's what got too deep in, like, niggas got to going like, okay, I'm famous, I got my name out there, I'm tight, yeah, this, but still lack character. And this is the thing about me. People talk about me. I'm a nigga that been to the penitentiary, but you could put me in any room. It won't move without my say so, because I approach life. I approach life like I've been through it. I approach life like I really I seen this. I went through this. You know what I'm saying? And so when you got people betraying,
right.
But people that's in position though, people that's in position that's betraying to be this when they not, that's what hurts.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, with anything that you do, echo somewhere. With anything that you do, when you real about it, you know, they say game recognize game, but real recognize fake, because you could tell it's a resonating of energy. You see what I'm saying? When you're doing something from your heart and you're pure, you radiate a certain energy, and you will resound and you will resonate with somebody that has that same level of energy and that frequency. And if the frequency disconnect, it's just like driving down the street listening to a radio. If the song go off and this is quiet too long, you're gonna change the channel. So once they stop making noise, if they're not real, you'll tell, because it's a, like you say, it's a lifestyle. If you're not living it, it's gonna show, and that separates the real from the fake. If you have to put on a persona, if you have to put on a pretentious facade, it's gonna show, because you can't lie forever. And after a while, it's gonna come forth, and you can shine for a minute, but you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come back when you off topic. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you on point when you crumping, but when you're not crumping, your integrity is not in point. The way you move is not in point. Your lifestyle dictates something else. You know what I'm saying? You could talk a good game, but are you walking the talk? And if you walking the talk and it's part of your lifestyle, it's going to be in your DNA. It's going to be a part of you. It's not something that you have to fabricate and put on. See, and that's what separates the real from the fake. And when you live in something, you eat, sleep. Even my son put it out. You eat it, you shit it. I mean, excuse my French, but it's every part of you.
Now you saying some real though.
Yeah, it's every time. It's not a separate. It's not something that you put on like like makeup. And no offense to the women, it's part of you, and it's in every aspect of you. Whatever your real is. That's why I say you could tell a person not by the words that come out their mouth, but by the actions that back them words. Because you could make your mouth say anything, but can you make but does your talk match your walk? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that can say they can crump, but let's get on the floor and let's see. Are you just talking? You wasn't real.
And then see, look, I'm gonna tell you the clown suit though. That's Halloween right there. Cause I get a nigga who know how to crump real good, but then his character though. You tight though as a dancer. Oh nigga, you flawless. Oh yeah, you the nigga that I wanna. Yeah, try to get my motion like, you understand me. But hey, when them tracks cut out, my boy, them J's is fake.
But it comes down to understanding the characteristic of a person. So if a lot of people that are great dancers, and I'm glad that we're talking about this right now. All right, so we're going to break this down. You could be a great dancer and be a bad person.
Yep.
You need to break that down. Okay, we need to get this understood. That's in any realm. That's in any dance form. That's in any genre. You could be a great dancer. You could be an impeccable dancer and be a bad person at heart. You have to be a great person first, then anything else, because we're not gonna always remember you for what you did for them 3,
But
for them 4 minutes.
can I ask you something? Can I ask you something before you go on? Now, when you say a great person, that do takes me on the road to going off your expectations.
Right.
That's it. Well, I would say that would be the expectation of, like, because we all have perception of what we look at as a person. Like you said, you came from a different playing field. And I can only say that because I know you. You my brother. So I know you. I can only say that. So everybody else can't say that they know you from that same playing field because they don't know you. So, like, what you hold people as expectations is not the same from what they thinking of in real life.
Okay, before you go on, let me ask you a question. So, do we go off the same as real? Do we go off the same as real or understanding?
I think the best analogy, and I know it was scripted because it was a movie, but if you remember in Stomp the Yard, when they went in there, before he shut him down on the floor, he asked him, he goes, oh, he told me, he said, you know what we call people like you? Bootlickers. And he goes, yeah, but you know what we call people like you? Pretenders. And there's people out there that are just pretending. They great in what they do, but there's no substance behind it. There's no character behind it. There's nothing that's going to support that. What you'll say, instead of saying, oh yeah, I know dude, he's a cool cat, he can crump, you'll be saying, yeah, he can crump, and that's it. And that comes from levels. The crumping is the common ground. The crumping is the nucleus that brought that together.
That was so nice.
And then as you get to know an individual, that gives you levels, and then the bond is formed, the solidarity, or the solidarity comes together, where now, because when you meet somebody at first, you say, yeah, that's a fellow crumper. But when you, like you just said, I know you, you're my brother, see, that takes it to a whole nother level. And the only way you get to do that is by hanging around them, seeing them, and it's just like integrity. Integrity is when you do right when nobody's looking. So if you're going to be you all the way around, you don't have to change up. Like a lot of people, there's people, Tammy will tell you, there's people from work that know me. The only reason they call me Pops is because I got the Pops Gym medallion. But they don't know Pops. They don't know the depth. I mean, they know me.
They don't know Pops.
They haven't gotten to the level.
Wow,
they haven't gotten to that level.
That's
because
real.
I got to protect it. I will not allow people to get to a certain level in my life until they earn that platform. Because when you give people too much, they'll take advantage of you.
For real. Oh,
I'm just dropping it.
You almost took me somewhere else. You understand me? Oh, boy, you sound good over there. You hear me?
Hey, Pops, you throwing some gems, right?
It's
a he done threw him already and got him back. You hear me? Threw him again.
Yeah, you can't go around. You can't go around. I put it this way, and I love using analogies. It's like when you take a picture of the old school, and I want to get Manny Bunny in here in a minute. When you take a picture with the old school, and you remember the Polaroid cameras, but when you first took the picture, and you would shake it, and you would see a little bit, but the longer you looked at it, other things began to develop. That's how life is. When you first see somebody, you see a portion of them, but the more you watch them, other things start to develop in that picture. And not everything that's in that picture coincides with what's coming out their mouth. That's why it's better to watch somebody.
Talking to them like that, man. Oh my God,
watch them and let
too
the picture
much,
develop
man.
before you put it in a frame.
Man.
Too many people want to frame people. They want to give people all these accolades, and it's really, you're putting up clip art. I'm
That's
doing the
loud.
movies. Talk to
That's
me, somebody.
beautiful. Nah, that's beautiful. I'm talking to you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm saying, talk to me.
I appreciate the fact that we can break down this particular dance style, but it's not just for this dance style.
Right.
It's definitely for every genre because it's cool that we're talking about this in just Krump, but this is for every dance style. We don't always do every dance style. I Krump. I will be honest about that. When it comes to the core of it, I Krump. If I can't go to nothing else, you're going to see me arm swing, you're going to see me chest pop, you're going to see me groove, you're going to see me move around. I Krump. But these same topics are the same things that need to be talked about in different genres because we really need to get to the understanding of who we are as a person because we do have similar situations that we need to like get a solution to, and that's honest. We
But
really
see,
need to.
Fred, I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a band with you. Like, look,
Lyrical. Don't call me Fred on here. Look. We don't.
Okay. My bad. My apology, brother. My apology. But Reborn.
Yeah.
But Reborn, look, check me. This why I'm at with it, right? Because we both, like, us being in the D, you feel me? Like, we done had our shares of all-style battles and Krump. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I only see this animosity in this one style because it's too personal. Like, y'all, when I say this go personal, this all the way outside of there. This go to where it get to people. Yeah, like people, personal people. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, let's Krump. You don't know. You got people that's in position that didn't know how to stop and don't know how to stop. And they gave other people the idea to keep thinking like, oh, it's okay. I'm telling you, how childish it sound, that's what it is.
But you get that in any level of competition. You get those that are real and those that are
That's
wannabe.
real, OG.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
You get
Yes,
those
sir.
that
And then you
they
know
can
what's
paint a
crazy?
perfect
For
picture,
a lot
but
of niggas, OG, for a lot of niggas that say they thugging and they did been through this and that they did this and that they have been through this and changed into this, you know, niggas don't know the levels of that too.
like I tell them, you ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. You talk a good game, but you ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. And it's
Come on, man.
when the rubber meet the road, um, it's gonna tell the true colors of an individual. When you're not, let me put it this way: you can't get wine until you crush the grape. You can't get oil until you press the olive. Okay, you can't get a diamond until it's under a tremendous amount of pressure, and then it forms a diamond. So in order for you to come out and really shine, you have to go through the trenches. You have to. It's not just something that, yeah, there's some people that are gifted, but even gifted gets shut down. I would rather have somebody that's passionate with no talent, that's going to practice, than somebody that's gifted and it's just natural for them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they don't put no effort into it. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
You get blood, sweat, and tears. It's not going to bother you that you got beat. It's going to motivate you to get better. And there's a difference. Some people, they pride go before destruction. I'm not trying to preach, but when you get somebody that says, yeah, okay, you got me, and catch me next week because I'm going back to the lab and I got something for you. Yo, I'm just talking. I'm just dropping nuggets.
No, you ain't just don't ever disrespect that word like that, not just receive it like that, though. Don't do that like that, OG. OG, you just laid it down. Yo, you laid it down like some like peanut butter and jelly, you understand me? Yeah, like you ooh. Hey, come on off of it, OG.
Let me do this. And I appreciate you coming on, but I want to get a lady Krump in here. I got Lonnie _ Bunny. You good? No, you good. I got room. I'm gonna see if she'll come in because I want to get a female take. on that, and then we go back to Reborn. And Reborn, let me say this, you know, it wasn't by accident that this happened. You understand? We give credit to the Krump, but the Krump was a catalyst to open up the conversation. And this is why I do the show. The reason why I promote this show is to open it up so that people can really speak their mind and give you something to think about. Don't hide. Come on, you come on the camera now. So people can really open it up and understand that there's like-minded people out there. It's not just.
I want this to be understood. The two people that you got on here, these my people. I know them. Like, these are my friends. These are my brothers. That's my sister. Like, we've been around here for a very long time. Like, I watched her grow as a rookie to where she is right now. And she is very much on her way to being a heavy hitter right now as we speak. So, like, I know this man as a OG. That's my OG right here. Like, I can't take that away from it. Like, that's somebody that's been in my life for like multiple years. So like those people that you're putting on right now are people that have been in my life for multiple years. So you don't have to worry about like, you know, the catalyst. These are the people that I talk to on a regular. I don't talk to Lonnie like that, but when we do talk, we have very good conversation. So like that's cool. But me and Lyrical, because I need people to understand the 11 people that's on here. I need y'all to understand who Lyrical is. Please go look this man up. Please go YouTube this man. This man has been around for 10 plus years and has been putting on. This nigga is really back. In Krump, he is back. Lonnie, I don't even want to call her Lonnie. Okay,
what's a Krump name? Introduce her with a Krump name. Bring on the air.
Big Nine, Cloud Nine.
You ain't gotta say it. I'm gonna say it.
AKA Girl Arc.
Cloud Nine is an amazing dancer. If you go look her name up on YouTube, put Cloud Nine up and put Krump behind it, and I promise you will see everything that you need to see. She is an amazing dancer. She really is.
Look at Cloud Nine coming from Mississippi. Yeah, man, bound, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Cloud Nine in the building. Cloud Nine, welcome to the show. This your boy Pops. Cloud Nine, I want to ask you, and again, now don't get it twisted. I mean, Reborn did a Krump to a good song of mine, and from what I've seen of him and been following him for this brief time, you know, you could tell when it's in somebody that because it's their character, it's what they do, and so you know, I appreciate that. Now, Cloud Nine, I want to welcome you to Pops Gems. Don't be afraid to follow because we have a lot of shows and we're gonna come back. Crumping is for me. When I see something that changes the lives of people in a positive manner, I'm gonna support that 100-fold because I gotta, you know, and Lyrical, we're gonna talk, but I came from an era and I came through where, and matter of fact, one of my best friends is in the chat. Juan, see, I went to school in Germany, and for 9 years, and then when I came back to the States, I lost contact with all my friends until this thing, Facebook, came out and we reunited. But to see the growth and the depth and the evolution, and that's what it is when you get, you know, they say birds of a feather flock together, and association brings on assimilation. You want to surround yourself by people that are going to push you to be the best you that you can be. And when you get them kind of people in your corner, those are the kind of people that you want to keep around you. You don't want nobody that's going to pull you down. You want somebody that's going to come to you and tell it straight, the raw, unadulterated
Bro,
truth. Yeah, you was
you
good,
hear me?
but you need
Yeah,
to tighten
oh,
up over
check it
here.
out,
You need to
yo.
tighten up over there.
Yo,
You didn't
oh
give it your
my mama,
best.
bro. Ooh, bro, he's
So,
stressing me out.
Lonnie,
Oh my
I'm
God,
sorry,
bro.
Cloud9, welcome to the show. What,
Oh my
as
God.
a female, what attracted you to Crumpin?
Um, shoot, I don't even know. It's just, I don't know. I guess the rawness of the dance style. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I went to a Krump session, I was like, "What are they doing?" I was like, "What is this?" But it grew on me. Like, honestly, the person I'm under right now, my big homie Reflex Art, he's the one that, like, his style is the one that made me like, okay, I like that. Like, I like the way that he moves specifically. Like, not to be biased or anything. It's not even a bias. Like, he's one of my favorite Krumpers. Like, his style is the rawest to me, and that's what made me like want to really learn how to crump, like, for real. Besides seeing other, like, the first time I seen a woman crumping was Queen Buckhype, because he sent me a video of one of her battles. I don't know what it was, but that's when I was like, yeah, I want to crump. Once I saw a woman do it, because I was seeing nothing but men, and then once I saw a woman do it, I think it was also Taminator, I was like, okay, I can do this. And that's what made me. And I've been doing it for like 5 years now. 5 years.
Wow. Let
Hey,
me say this in Reborn. As soon as I say this, you can come in. I'll say this, and I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the common ground for any artistry is a tragedy or something demonstrative that happened in your life that your artistry serves as an outlet for the energy where you turn it from negative to positive through that art form. And that could be for anybody, but I'm noticing that a lot of Crumpers had such intense upbringing, or they had such an intense time that they channel that, and that serves as their muse and as their motivation to push them to the level of intensity. And like I said, you can't fake real. You could tell. So, Reborn, go ahead. I
Talk
just
to
wanted
him
to drop
nice.
that in there.
Talk
so
to him nice, man. Talk to him nice.
I got a I got a question, but it comes with a story. So I'm gonna ask you a question, and I kind of already know, but I want to see if you're gonna tell me it. So at the time that you met Tyrell, was Tyrell trying to be a leader?
I wouldn't say he was trying to be a leader. It kind of just like happened.
Was he trying to be a big homie? I'm
No,
sorry.
no. Honestly, like he was very like, how would I say, patient. Like he was like, you want to learn, let me know for sure. He took me.
So
He bought my first Crump class, and it was with Beast and Moody, and that was like my
so
first like real workshop outside of him, because he was teaching me like basics, but like he wasn't trying to be my big homie. He was like, I just want to teach you. You can decide what you want to decide.
all right. So Ben, now watch this. And you can go to Tyrell about this, because when I see Tyrell in San Antonio, we gonna have this conversation. Tyrell never wanted to be a leader. He never wanted to be in the forefront. He was like, this was back when, all right, so we're going to go back a little bit. And we're not going to say into it, because we got there's a little trauma within that. Okay? Follow me. That was when he was Kid Chaotic. And he was like, I don't want to be no leader. No. And at a certain point in time, I told him, I was like, at that time right now, bro, you're next. He was like, no, I'm not next, bro. No. I'm still trying to learn Crump. And I'm like, I promise you, you're next. You're going to be next within the Mississippi movement. You're going to be next. I promise you. He did not want to hear it. He was trying to fight it. And the way I'm looking at it right now, it happened the way that it happened because he was humble about it. He did not want a position. He wanted to grow the movement. And it was amazing to watch him grow into where he is right now. To where right now, like, nigga call Tyrell out, nigga. It's gonna be some buck stuff, nigga. Look, it's gonna get real crazy right now. But where he was in the beginning, I'm amazed to see where he was to where he is now, because he's not the same person. And so it really gives a greater understanding and a greater appreciation, because he wasn't like that. Like,
I got you, Drizzy.
He really wasn't. He wasn't like that. He was like, nah, bro, I don't want no problems. I don't want nothing like that. I just want to dance, da 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 da. And it was like, nah, nigga, I'm telling you, you're going to be the next leader of Mississippi. And he was like, no, bro, I don't want to do it. And it was like, it doesn't matter if you want to do it or not. You're the leader. And no matter whether or not anybody else is around, and you can talk. As a matter of fact, me, you, and you can talk, and y'all can understand what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. We can talk at parameters right now. Like, because them certain people wasn't in the way, Tyrell was just like, he didn't have the opportunity to just like, okay, I'm gonna be the leader. It was put upon him. It was on him because he was doing the work. It was the work that he was doing. That was even before you came here, and that was before you came here. Let's just keep it honest. So now that he has everybody that he has a group of people that love him, that care for him, that surround him, that give buck. These niggas is getting off, and they surround him with love. So now we're not even gonna do all that crazy stuff. It's not people on.
I got one of the people in the chat. What I want to Dreezy dot dances. Come on, talk to the people. Introduce yourself. Welcome. This Pops Gems. I'm your boy Pops. Pops Perspective. We talk about Krump Time and how. And let me say this: in life, no matter what it was that brought y'all together.
I'm sorry. I can't even let him talk real quick. I got to do the introduction.
Go ahead.
So this is one of the most prolific dancers I've ever met in my life. And I will say that completely because I appreciate his dance style and his art. Because he is not only a crumper, but he is an artist when it comes to dance. I will be 100% about everything that I'm saying right now. It's not just about Krump. He dances outside of Krump. He does multiple styles, and I really appreciate the styles
you say that about me. I do multiple styles.
Try not to get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. You had your time. Pause for a moment. You did your dance now.
Because I have really okay, so I'm going to tell you something that he doesn't even know because I never told him. When I went to Houston and he danced to Molly music for his showcase, that broke me down as a person because I've never, ever seen somebody just be that vulnerable as a person and just dance because we as crumpers love to go to rules. We have rules. We like, I can't do this, I can't do that. And he has been so fundamentally like free about how he dances. And I couldn't stop it. Like I promise you, if you hear the background, that's me in the background. I am screaming because I'm just like, bro, this man is really just being free with his emotions and how he feels and how he lets out his crump as well as anything else that he lets out within his motion. And a lot of times we don't do that. So when I saw that, like even before all of the rest of the stuff, because we can go into that, but we're not gonna do that right now. But like he's always been one of my favorite crumpers, and he's the new generation.
Mm.
He's the new generation. I've always picked him before anybody else. And I'm sorry, like, no, nothing else. I've always picked him before anybody else.
Let me go ahead, go ahead.
I actually put money on him.
Okay.
Like money, and put it on him because I believe in him.
And this is what happens. This is what happens when you build a legacy. You see, and you've heard of people that they've been called living legends, and the reason why is because they carry themselves in such a way that it's just them. You already know. You know, you'll see certain people walk into place and you're like, oh man, because of the legacy that they put down, because of what they've done. I want to get some other people in here. Cloud9, it's been a pleasure for having you. Follow, get one of Pop Jim's pins. We're gonna bring you back on the show because you know, like I said, this is not just for now. I definitely want to continue with this, but I want to hear from this all. I mean, the introduction, the show is only an hour long, and you introduce him for 20 minutes. I ain't mad. I'm just saying. Wait, talk to the people. Drizzy Dance, you got boy, look at here. He put some big shoes for you to fill. Talk to us now.
But the movement behind it, that man really does what he does. So anything that I'm saying does not even reach the feet of what he does. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. He really does what he does. And this man is doing this with an injury. He's doing it with an injury right now, bro. I'm gonna say it. I know. I saw you do it. He's doing it with an injury right now. Y'all don't understand. This man is dedicated. He is honestly dedicated, and I really appreciate this person because a lot of people don't understand the shoes that he feels right now, even at this very moment in time. I'm scared because like I don't want him to have to leave and go ahead and take that.
They say he's delusional. You gotta be. Listen, in anything that you do, in order for you to be successful, you have to lose your mind. You have to lose control. In order to be in control, you got to lose control. I'm gonna say that one more again. We talk about Krump Time. In order for you to be in control, you have to lose control. And what that means is you can't be confined to the walls and the parameters that people put around you. You have to be able to be outside. You have to cut those puppet strings and not give way and do things for. And I've always done this. I don't do things for accolades. I don't do things for fame or for fortune. I do things because it's a part of me. And when it's a part of me, then it's gonna be, you're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be shown by the things that I do, because like I've been saying, you can only tell an individual by what he does, not so much what he says, and not only on the floor but off the floor. And if it's in your DNA, you're not gonna shake that. You know what I'm saying? Your legacy is gonna let people know that you about business. So with that, I wanna get my man on here and bless us with some words. Welcome to the show. Talk to the people.
Name
Yo,
is,
what's up?
name is Namek. Yeah.
What's up, man? I'm Namix. I'm so sorry for how this man speak for hours. I apologize. Um, but no, man.
We gotta talk
Dynamics
later.
was my original name. You okay? Okay. Yeah, Dynamics was my original name. I've been crumping for maybe like 5 years. Maybe 5 years. I'm new gen. I honor being a rookie by every code. Like I honor that. Like I love the fact that I'm still a rookie. I love the fact that nobody's trying to, label me as anything too fast. Like I honor that and I respect that and I stand by it. Krump has been one of the most rawest ways I can express myself. For me at least. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Krump has been like one of the most rawest ways for me to express myself. I started Krump for a very different reason. I know that a lot of people, may start it for different things, but I started Krump because I never knew how to express myself truly, and I know that I'm super competitive, and this is one of the most competitive and fluent dancers on earth. So this whole style, the genre, the people has always attracted me like since day one, and I wanted to dive into my most like valuable competitive nature when I hopped in this. So like that's why I got in this, and ever since then, like I just don't want to let the gas up, and yeah, Krump is just everything to me right now.
And we definitely want to thank you for coming on the show and sharing. But it's and I say this, it's one thing when you can talk about yourself, but when other people talk about you, you made an impact. You understand what I'm saying? When you can make such an impression in somebody's life that they take their time and their words, like I told you, those two things you can't get back, and they giving you your flowers while you yet live, as they say in church, instead of waiting. That's a level of respect that shows not only do you respect the person, but you have the maturity to give them their accolades, and not that's the opposite of being a hater. A hater will say, "Oh, he think he all that, this, that, and the third." But a true person of maturity that appreciates the art form, because what you're doing when you give somebody accolades to what they're doing, you are applauding the art form, which is a common ground for you. And if like you say, you the loudest yelling and this and that, and when you could walk away and say, "Man, I did my best, and oh boy, he beat me. Yeah, I got to put in work." That wasn't a defeat. That was a lesson. You took the test. Now, I mean, that was a lesson. Now you got to study the lesson. Come on, somebody. You got to study the lesson so that you can pass the test. And so when somebody beats you, don't take that as a defeat in anything in life. And anything that you fail in life, you'll never succeed until you first fail, because you're not going to get the key points that's going to take you to the next level. You're not going to, it's like synonymous to playing games. And when my kids were growing up, we used to play a game. Well, at first level, you start remembering the first time you might not make it to but level 3. But you start remembering, oh yeah, this gonna come, that's gonna come, and then you start going higher and higher. And the same, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, is the same in the dance form. You might have a few moves, and then you sit back and you watch somebody, and you create your own moves, and it serves, and you grow. And then next thing you know, people are coming to you saying, "Hey, teach me how you did that. Teach me how I want to learn how to do that." Now you're making an impact in somebody else's life. And that's what builds the character of an individual. When somebody wants to come up to you and mimic what you're doing, you've made a great enough impression in their life that they find that valuable enough to want to imitate you. Not so much in exact movement, but in what you're doing. They want to be part of what you're doing. And when you have that kind of impact on an individual, don't count that lightly. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift and a talent that you have, because if you're coming at it, and you mentioned something about the dude didn't want to be a leader, but if you coming at it for self, and your thing is not to, to gain any certain level, you just doing it because it's something that you love. The Bible says it, and I gotta say it, your gift is going to make room for you. Your passion is going to take you higher and higher in what you're doing, whatever craft it is, because you're doing it to be the best that you can be. And they call that the spirit of excellence. And so what? You didn't get it the first time, but that is going to be the push. That is going to be the force that drive you to get better and better and better, and not feel defeated. I didn't get defeated. I learned a lesson, and my lesson was XYZ. So now I'm going to study that lesson, and I'm going to go on and I'm going to do better. And, you might meet that same person again. And it's always, don't ever underestimate anybody. Let me say that. That's the biggest gem I can drop. Don't ever underestimate anybody, because you don't know what that person has in their repertoire. You understand what I'm saying? You can't judge a book by its cover. It's a cliche. You don't know how a person can dance just by looking at them. You might think, oh, this Rudy Poo. Next thing you know, he done shut you down. He done shut your homie down. Everybody's, because you underestimate them. So when you go to a battle, never underestimate your enemy, number one. Number two, study. Because the more you learn, the more defense you'll have when it comes to battle. You know what I'm saying? Study what it is. Watch. I've done a lot of speaking. And every time I speak, I would listen to my tapes. And people say, oh, you just want to hear what you sound like. No, I want to hear the mistakes I made so I don't make them again. Watch your battles. See what and be your worst critic. Don't go easy on yourself. When you don't know what impact you made on an individual that may not ever say nothing to you, that walks away and changed their whole life. Yeah. So study, watch your moves, be your worst critic, and be hard on yourself, because that's what's going to take you to the next level. I'm sitting in awe. I know I'm dropping and I'm talking, but what I'm saying is I'm so glad to see, and I'm glad that Reborn came on the show, because this opened up so many other avenues for those that are listening that don't ever put a cap on yourself. When they train flea circuses, fleas for the circus, you heard of a flea circus, the way they would train them is they would put them in a jar, and they would put a cap on the jar. And so when the fleas would jump, they'd hit the jar. So they got tired of hitting the jar. They would only jump that high. So then they would take the top off of the jar and put them in the little fabricated circus, and you would see the fleas jumping but never leaving. Why? Because they was conditioned to get capped. Don't ever cap yourself. Don't ever set yourself off saying, this is the best that I'm going to be. No, because you didn't start there. I'm just talking. So
you ain't saying nothing wrong.
But it's been a crazy for all of you who jumping. We way over time. Respect, Reborn. I'm so glad you on the show, man. Keep doing your thing. You danced to one of my favorite songs. Your boy, you know which one I'm talking about. The one I put on the post. I can't think of his name now. But keep doing what you're doing. For those of you that are listening, for those of you that are dancing, let me tell you something. Don't ever cap yourself. Sky's the limit. And I'm not talking about to the stars. I'm talking about universals. You can be as big as you could believe it in your mind to be. And don't base your opinions on what other people say, because everybody got an opinion. Like I tell them this way, listen to what they say, but don't care about what they think. Take it in. Take that criticism in, but don't let them change your mentality to the extent that you don't want to do it no more. Who is they? They just one person that gave you some corrective criticism, but don't ever let it get you to the point where you want to give up. Everybody got an opinion. You're not going to please everybody. Please yourself in that regard. And I know that might sound a little conceited and selfish, but as long as you gave it your all and you walk up that floor and you left everything on that floor, then be confident and be resolved in that you gave it your all. May not have been the best at that moment, but you just keep going. The only way you build muscle is to tear it up and build it again. Come on. Somebody talk to me. If you want to get big, Warner's in the chat. He'll tell you the only way you're going to get big is by lifting weights is to tear that muscle and then it heal and it get bigger. You tear that muscle and then it heal and it get bigger. So the only way you're going to get to the top is you looking at the biggest enemy when you look in the mirror. You're the only one that's going to stop yourself from going as high as you want to go. And you got to have a belief and confidence in you. It's not conceited. It's being confident in knowing what you can achieve. Yep. And if you can't achieve it, don't stop striving for it because it's ascertainable. You're only at your limit when you quit. Write that one down. You've reached your limit when you quit because you stopped trying. For those of you that are joining, follow. I'm gonna turn this over. I'm gonna give Seasons an opportunity to give his closing remarks. Then we're gonna give Reborn his closing remarks, and then we're gonna shut down the show for tonight. But best believe Pops is here. Pops is gonna come back. I'm talking about Krump Fest 2025 is in the mix. Y'all stay tuned, and we're gonna do a live show from there. We're gonna have all these people. I already seen it walk in. Everybody gonna be like Pops. So I might even do a little something. But Seasons, talk to the people before we get out of here.
Yo, what's good, man? Hey, first off, appreciate you, Pops, for having this platform and giving everybody an opportunity to get their TED Talk on. Appreciate everybody tapping in on my dad's platform. Reborn, Dreezy, everybody that was in here. We all do the same thing. So what my dad said, I know we all could take in and apply it. So there's not much to really say behind what you said already because you said everything, you covered everything. I will say this, Krump is a lifestyle. It's not just a dance, and all the Krumpers could attest to that. So what I'm learning, for me, I don't really deal with the politics of it because the politics could, distract you. They can take you on a whole nother realm from what you really came in to get Krump off for. And then just be genuine in your Krump. Don't really care about what everybody else says. Train, lab, apply the knowledge, hit the sessions, take the workshops. If you can get an opportunity to get a big homie or a good mentor.
You're breaking up. Okay, there we go.
Now I have somebody call it. I have two great big homies, Soldier Todd Eyes, Analyst, and then Twin Style Ripper Style Eyes, Robbie and LeVar. And those are two great leaders in Krump and big homies. So, try to get under some people that really are going to take you under their wing and give you that knowledge, because Krump is not just about the dance. It's a family. It's a lifestyle, again, as I said. So, again, Pops, thank you for the platform. Y'all already know. Everybody be great. I'll see y'all on the battle grounds and in the ring. Lord say the same. So, but
y'all support www all seasons or seasons.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't be plugging myself.
But that's okay. I got you. Panic. You see the apparel. You see it. Panic. Create the Panic apparel. Hit him up for that. And just before Reborn comes in, remember this: closed mouths don't get fed. You don't have because you don't ask. You never learn until you ask somebody to teach you. Don't be so big and that you can't be taught. Everybody learns lessons every day. Talk to him, Reborn.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that was a part of this, because it started off with one conversation and it went around. But I need people to understand that because of the fact that I'm here, conversation is going to shift. It got to shift because I'm not looking to be the main source behind it because I am a part of Krump. I'm a part of dance. And so, with that being understood, like, that gives us understanding that it's not about me, it's about us. And there's a lot of people that are very unsung if people actually understand what that means. There's a lot of unsung people. There's a lot of people that have never had that voice. And so I want to be the proprietor of that. Thank y'all very, very much.
Thank you for coming on the show. Let me say this to everybody as we get ready to go off the air. Remember, there's a difference between a thermostat and a thermometer. We have a thermometer. You can measure the temperature of the room. It tells you how hot or how cold the room is. Okay. And then there's a thermostat. The thermostat sets the temperature in the room. Don't be a thermometer. Don't go in there and measure in the room. Be a thermostat. Go in there and set the tempo, set the pace. Walk in there like you the biggest and the baddest. Have your chest out. Be proud of who you are because you're your biggest cheerleader. I want to thank everybody that tuned in, everybody that gave comments. I'm gonna take y'all out with this one. Until next week, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. What y'all know about this?
Yo.
This your boy Pop. This your boy Pops and Pops Gems, Pops Perspective. Every Monday night at 8 o'clock, we talking about something. I want to thank my guest, Reborn. I want to thank each and every one of you, and you. Shout out to all my gemologists, for all of you who joined. Tune in next week. And as I say, if you don't like what I said, tune in next week. I'll say something else. Peace.